Hello everyone, this is Jasmeet Bhatia from Landmark Global Learning Limited, and today we have a special guest, Mr. Alistair Rosario from his Loyalist College. So, Alistair, like we know each other for very long. I think so. It's almost more than 10 years, and this time Canada needs. Yeah, we know we need to promote Canada more, and we need to guide students well so that they can choose their college courses in a way that they can be they can get good jobs in Canada, or they can settle in Canada, or if they come back from Canada also, so they are able to find work. So welcome to our live, first of all, and thank you for taking out time to do live with us. And we'll be sharing a lot of important information which can be very useful to students and parents and many more people. So, Lister, what is your take on right now the current situation in Canada, and how do you perceive that why students should choose Canada right now? We'll talk about loyalists later on, I think so.
Sure, sure. I mean, first and foremost, thank you so much, Jasmeet, for giving us this podium to be able to connect with you and everyone else as well. It's great to always work with Landmark. I think we've been working with for over a decade now, and we really appreciate being here, giving us this opportunity to speak about Loyalist and Canada in general as well. Now, I see that you did ask me a question as to why Canada, what is happening. I feel, the changes that have happened currently, I think it's a positive change made by the Canadian government to ensure that, programs that align with the demand for workforce is sort of imperative. This is, in fact, very commendable approach that ensures transparency towards what jobs are viable and thrive in Canada, and the ones that don't have a scope per se, they are vetted out. So I'm sure collectively that's a very clear message from from all Ontario colleges that Canada's future prosperity, Ontario's future prosperity depends on college graduates, and behind every ministry's mandate is like a college trained professional making things happen. So at Loyalist, I can say for a fact that we see this impact every day. Our graduates sort of step into high demand roles. Our applied research helps businesses thrive locally and, of course, in the country as well. And our partnerships sort of build stronger communities across Eastern Ontario. So Canada needs a strong supply of skilled workforce into the labor market. And, that's the reason why institutions are so active in terms of, supplying for the demand that there is in the country, really.
Definitely, definitely. See, Canada needs immigrants, and Canada is an immigrant country too. And there was a report few days ago that there will be 10 million jobs which will be getting vacant very soon.
Yeah, I mean, so I'd like to cite an example as well. I think, you'd be aware as well. For example, the construction field in the country, it
Hmm.
certainly sort of indicates a strong surge in requirements for workforce. And I'm sure the government is surely looking to prioritize it in a keen way. In addition to, let's say, construction, we could also include fields like healthcare, artificial intelligence, and various trade skill, sort of, if I could say, academic disciplines that are amongst a few that are sought after in terms of workforce requirement. From that perspective, I'd also take the opportunity to highlight a bit about Loyalist as well, if I may. We at Loyalist, in this regard, of course, I mean, speaking a little bit about us, we were established in the year 1967, like
Yep.
most colleges in Canada.
Yep.
We're located in a 200-acre campus in the city of Belleville in Ontario, which I'm sure, Jasmeet, you visited and witnessed the
Yeah, I visited
grandeur for
two, three
yourself.
times. I've visited two,
Yeah,
three times, Alistair, and it's a beautiful
perfect.
city, a very quaint, very quiet, and a very peaceful kind of a city. And students, like, I have a very, very positive feedback from the students I've sent there. Yeah.
Great, great. So, so it's all true. And we have, just to let you know, because as I was talking about the previous aspect about these fields that are in demand, we at Loyalist, we have about 30 programs that fall under the PGWP umbrella in all of these very crucial and key fields that I've previously mentioned. So that's something that we try to sort of keep in line with what is the requirement at the moment what are the demands for it, and the supply we're trying to provide by getting in the right students for these programs as well. So yeah,
So there was some internet connection problem from my side.
no
So
worries, no
Loyalist
worries.
is located is very close to Toronto. It's like 1.5 hour, 2 hours journey from
Lost
Toronto.
network, yeah.
Yeah, and it's in the middle of you can say Montreal and Toronto highway.
Toronto,
So
yeah.
if you're going to Montreal, Montreal is 6 hours, and on the way is Belleville, and there are a few more cities which you can find. And if you're looking for a small city environment and very good accommodation which is provided by the college, so tell us something more about accommodation at Loyalist College, and lot very highlight programs, which are the highlight programs of Loyalist College. So it's a public
So
college, close to 60 years old, and beautiful campus, 200 acres. I have visited 2 times, 2 or 3 times Loyalist College. Even Mr. Samuel Hardy, which is on our team, his daughter graduated from
loyalists.
Loyalist College, and he was there to he visited his daughter from our team. He visited his daughter in Belleville, and he was quite happy with the facilities being given by Loyalist College. So tell us more about programs. I know they are very very good programs, journalism, and a lot of uh, creative programs also, hospitality, health, engineering, everything is there. So which are the key programs in Loyalist College, and then what are the accommodation? I know there is a lot of student housing on the campus, and students, there are some facilities which are given to the students when they land in Loyalist College.
Yeah, thank you for the question, Jasmeet. I think in terms of on-campus accommodation, we have, accommodation available for students. We have two types. One is an apartment style setting, and then we have a residence style setting as well. Most commonly, that's gone for is the apartment style setting. Very, very affordable as well. It's about ranges between 500 to 600 Canadian dollars a month. Quite affordable for students. I think, as an international student, you not only require or sort of look at the fee structure being affordable, but also in terms of your living, your accommodation aspect as well, which we can assure you is easy on the pocket for you. Speaking a bit about the programs that we offer at Loyalist College, so we have a range of healthcare-based programs, trade skill programs as well. Also, I just want to take the opportunity to highlight quite recently we sort of officially opened Loyalist College's new integrative health center this week, in fact. Uh, sort of expanding hands-on learning opportunities for students in health and wellness-based programs. For example, this new teaching space that we have supports students and will also welcome students from our new acupuncture program this fall. It is designed to sort of reflect real clinical environments that surely sort of uplifts the students' academic portfolio as well. Like I did mention, speaking about the healthcare that we have in acupuncture, we also have mental health and addictions worker, OTPT, PSW, DSW, etc. Some of the programs that I can cite. If you're looking at trade skills, again, we have quite a bit of options in construction engineering, technician, civil engineering, to also welding, which we do have a lot of students going in for the same as well. PG programs, we have artificial intelligence and data science, which of course is such a big ask at the moment from students wherever we go, because it's such in high demand at the moment, not just in Canada, but globally as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we have a myriad of options available for our students to pick and choose from. And all these programs, I just also wanted to highlight, Jasmeet, they fall under the PGWP umbrella. So we ensure that we keep in line with what the demand is, so that our students are satisfied in taking up the program options that fall under the PGWP umbrella.
So any bachelor degree right now the college is offering?
Currently, we don't, which is open to sort of international students that we're offering at the moment, hopefully in the near future,
And
but not at
practical
the moment,
nursing, do you
really.
have seats for practical nursing in September?
We do have practical nursing, but again, it's not open to our international students. It's primarily at the moment for our domestic student
Local
population,
students,
really.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So because it's a small city and there are a lot of nearby cities and it's a public college, a lot of seats are taken by local students also. So students, when you're looking for a multicultural, environment, I think Loyalists will offer you same, because there will be a lot of immigrants and locals also studying at Loyalist College. That is why the key programs are always taken by local students. So there is health related programs and there are engineering related programs. There are lot of programs which come under PGWP category, and there is artificial intelligence postgraduate diploma also. So what are the entry requirements for the diplomas, PG diplomas, Alistair?
For the diploma programs, I think it's quite simple with us. We do take in students who have, an overall 50%, and the individual course subjects they need to average 50% as well. The IELTS requirement for them, for most of our undergraduate diplomas, stands at about 6 overall, no bands less than 6. There are few undergrad programs like, let's say, OTPT or DSW or PSW or acupuncture for that matter, they need an overall of 6.5, no bands less than 6. Likewise, in terms of our PG programs, the IELTS requirement stands about 6.5, no bands less than 6. But the academic requirement would be 50% overall. And if you're doing in a semester based study in terms of your bachelor's or your diploma, you need to average per semester 50% and above, or your CGPA being 5.5 and above, really, per semester. So
What
that's
are the
what we look
PT
at.
requirements for each program? PT is
Right
acceptable?
now, we're currently not accepting PTE. We are only accepting IELTS and TOEFL at the moment, really. Yeah.
Okay, so students right now, Loyalist College is not accepting PTE. You can apply with TOEFL and IELTS
IELTS
result.
as well.
So if
Yeah.
somebody can apply for conditional offer letter, Alistair.
We could certainly provide a conditional. We take it on a case-by-case basis from the students. Of course, we would, be in touch with your counselors as well when we're trying to mediate and confirm this conditional offer that we can provide to the relevant students. Really, yeah.
Okay. So when students are applying, which all documents they need to have with them?
So when a student is basically applying for us, we urge, of course, if it is like all the documents are intact, so that we could provide you a full unconditional offer letter. So we need their 10th, 12th, and in case they're going in for a diploma program, and basically their English proficiency tests with them. We don't need a CV per se for students who are applying for a diploma program. If you're going in for a PG course, we do, of course, require all these that I've mentioned, 10th, 12th, and your bachelor's that you've completed. If you have your CV well and good, you can provide the same. And we're quite flexible in terms of accepting study gap as well. So if a student is intending to go in for a PG course, we could accept a study gap of about up to 12 to 13 years as well, as long as they have proof of work experience that they could provide during that period. So we're quite flexible in this regard when it comes to a
Study
PG
gap. Huh?
program if you're intending to
So
study.
study gap of 12 to 13 years in postgraduate programs. But what about undergraduate
Undergrad
programs?
diplomas, we could of course accept about, let's say, 2 to 4 years as well. We're quite flexible there.
2 to 4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So do they justify, or they can say they were like, if they did nothing, that will be also okay? What is?
So it depends. Let's take an example. If a student has a medical condition and they've not been able to take up their exam, they haven't done anything there, they've been absent all during that period, or they needed, rest during that period per se, they could provide us, proof of the medical condition that they had, and we could take that from there on, no worries. If not, they need to have consistent work experience during that period. One of the reasons why we asked this as well, so that it ensures that you have a much better sort of prospect of getting a positive visa outcome during this difficult time. I think if your academics are on par of what the requirements are needed, all your financials are in place as well, and then of course even in terms of the English proficiency tests and all these facets, different facets that are required to meet a positive visa outcome, I think the better it is for you in terms of getting the same, really.
So is there is an acupuncture course in Loyalist?
We do, yeah. It's a 6 semester course that we currently have. It's
Three
open for
years.
our fall
3 years. Yeah.
26 intake.
Mm.
Likewise, that I did say, we have a mental health and addictions worker program as well. Now, if you're looking at the acupuncture course, just want to shed some more light. I'm sure there's questions already in this regard as to what students we can take in. If you've completed your 12th in bio, you have a 6.5, no bands less than 6 in your IELTS, you're good to go for the course, really. Yeah.
And what is the tuition fees for diplomas or PG diplomas?
It's uniform basically per year. It stands at, if you're looking only in terms of the tuition fee, it stands at about 15,900 CAD, just under 16,000 Canadian dollars. But if you include your ancillary as well as your first year's health insurance, it stands at about 18,000 Canadian dollars approximately with us per year.
Yeah. So is there any scholarship for deserving students right now?
Currently, we don't have like a pre-arrival scholarship, but once you arrive at the college campus, you finish your first semester based on your grades, based on merit, you'll be eligible to apply for more than one scholarship. But there's no pre-arrival scholarship at the moment, really.
So is application fee waivers?
Absolutely. We are providing application fee waivers for prospective students who are looking to apply at Loyalist. We provide an application fee waiver code to our trusted agency partners like Landmark Global so that they could provide you the support that you need to put through an application, and you get that 110 application fee waiver by applying that code into the OCAS system as well. Yeah. So
So
we,
there is
we
no
could provide the
application
same.
fees for students. So there is no processing fees charged by Landmark also. So you can get your offer letter 100% free of cost
If
from
you're a
Loyal.
prospective student looking to apply at Loyalist
Yeah.
via Landmark, we could certainly go ahead and work that out for you.
Yeah. So there's a like all the is a question that what is the best course for PR and job opportunities in Loyalist. So right now the courses under CIP list they are all best, because they're leading to postgraduate work permit, and Canadian government has shortlisted these courses according to the skill sets they require for future. So all the courses are good. It's you have to study hard, do your internship. Is there internship in some programs?
Good question, Jasmeet. We do have something called as an unpaid field placement. We don't have co-ops for all of our programs, but we have something called as an unpaid field placement. Of course, you don't get paid for it, but it's validated as an experience, as in when you clock those internship hours. For instance, if you're looking at programs like SSW, you have about 480 hours that you can clock in terms of unpaid field placement hours, etc. So I can cite many more examples. It's available on our website as well. That most of the healthcare programs you do have unpaid field placement associated with it. Likewise for our trade skill programs as well.
So there are a lot of fee waivers also, and a lot of internship being offered by Loyalist College, but mostly they are unpaid. So because they give you a lot of experience, and you can get a lot of references also while applying for a job after you complete your studies. And in Canada all the studies are actually practical and theoretical. And when you're doing a lot of courses, like engineering and all, automobile engineering, they'll tell you to work on a car and give you a full car to assemble it, disassemble it. I've seen it with my eyes, like how do students study there. So students like it's very it's quality of education in Canada is very high. You can go online and check also. Like Canada ranks among top three countries in quality of education. So
Absolutely.
what is the offer letter turnaround time, Alistair,
So
for?
the offer letter turnaround time we say is about 5 working days, but we're quick at it really. Within sometimes we release the offer letter within 2 working days as well. But we'd like to say 5 working days. You get it quicker for sure. Yeah.
So without math, which are the programs students can do?
So if you're looking at a biotechnology program, we don't need a 12th math for it. On the basis of your 10th math and if you've done your 12th bio, that's good enough to go in for a biotechnology program. Likewise, if you're looking at some of the programs that I mentioned in healthcare, which is acupuncture or mental health or OTPT, PSW, you don't need math for those programs. Anything that is trade skill related, of course, there's a 12th math requirement for it. Or let's say you're coming in from post your 10th, you've done your 3 year diploma, you've got some math related subjects in that regard, and you're going in for a trade skill program which is correlated to what you've studied. Certainly, we could accept that in that facet as well and proceed with your application accordingly. So yeah, those are some of the programs that I've cited where we don't need a math requirement for it, and the ones that I've mentioned, which we actually do. Yeah.
So students, like a lot of programs are there which don't require maths, and interestingly, biotechnology, if you do it at Loyalist College, do not require maths, and a lot of colleges do require maths to do biotechnology course. So it is quite high in demand, and you can get a lot of
Yes.
jobs offer if you complete your biotechnology course at Loyalist College. So, what kind of services Alistair College is offering to students when they arrive at the campus? Because see, they need help in the first year, and they need emotional, professional, personal, all kind of helps when they arrive at your campus. So, what kind of services college is providing?
Absolutely. I mean, so initially when they arrive, we have a dedicated international team that sort of caters to all sort of support services that a student requires in terms of getting acclimatized to the institution, to the community. Because we're a small college, I think the reach that we have is a lot more easier. The numbers are not sort of exorbitant that, we're not able to provide that individual support that they need, home away from home support that we render to our students in a very effective and a robust way. And as and when they progress to start off with their academics as well, I'd like to mention, for example, if students will need some sort of improvement in a particular subject or support in a particular subject that they may be weak, we have students who we pick and choose from, so that we could ensure that these students sort of be a tutor to those require support as well. And we also have dedicated, some of the faculty staff who could provide academic support for our students as well. For example, we have 10 hours of free math classes, that we provide for our students as well every month, wherein they could sort of improve on those areas of concern that they may have. Now, speaking about our career center, again, I just wanted to highlight this for you, Jasmeet, and everyone who's listening as well. Now, students who come in, one of the key aspects that they look at is what sort of part-time opportunities are available, whether it's on campus or off campus. Who do I go to get this information? Now, Career Center is a go-to place for you. When you arrive at the institution, you want to get information in this regard because they are the ones who provide information. What sort of part-time opportunities are there on campus? Whether you're working in the college library, cafeteria, with certain specific departments like the tech team or recruitment team or marketing team, what sort of opportunities you get there, or even off campus as well. We have the Bay of Quinte Mall. A lot of our international students work there, coffee shops, restaurants as well. So that important integral information you can garner from the Career Center team. They also play an important role in organizing in-house job fairs and recruitment fairs, giving you information on when it's going to happen, uh, whether it's sort of program specific or in general. So they conduct this as well and provide information. We also help you build your CV in a Canadian way so that it's very effective and whenever whatever jobs you're applying for. ensure that you have a higher percentage of chance to getting those opportunities, whether it's part-time or full-time as well. So we urge students to sort of reach out to them. But of course, when you come in, we have an orientation day where we take you through all of this and provide you information on who to go to for what reason, and how you get used to all these things, and you're at an ease more, or say, if I could say that. Yeah.
So it is a question like if the student age is 17, can he apply for biotechnology program?
You could, first thing, I just wanted to go ahead and check what your profile is. And when you say you're 17 years old, you might need a guardian, local guardian over there as well. But I just need to go ahead and have a look at your profile. Yes, you're eligible to apply for biotechnology program, but I just wanted to check what your grades are. If you meet all the requirements that we need for the particular course, there's nothing that can stop you in terms of taking in that particular program with us as well. Yeah.
It's another question. What are the options for me? I've done my 12th for 2016, 78%. Then my GNM in 2019, 68%. And then I'm working as from 7 years as a staff nurse, and I have IELTS 6 each score. So what kind of options I can take admission in?
For which intake are they looking at?
September.
September. And if you've mentioned that you've got a six overall, no bands less than six, if you're looking at something related to healthcare, unfortunately, most of our healthcare, we need a 6.5, no bands less than six, really. But otherwise, we have other options that you can get into, like a social service worker program, if you're okay to take it up as well. For that, we need just a six overall, no bands less than six. All other options, and even in terms of our, child and youth care work program that we have as well, we could accommodate you if you're interested, in terms of getting into that stream of study. With a six, no bands less than six, you're good to go with the same, really.
82% medical 2026. What are the options for me? So you have all the options. Which your medical
Absolutely. If you've
private.
done your medical, which is with bio, you've got a lot of options to pick and choose from. The only thing is, of course, your IELTS. If you've got 6.5 overall, no bands less than six, your options expands furthermore. Yeah.
So can student transfer to a university after diploma?
No, in terms of, it depends on what they intend to study. If they intend to basically, take up a bachelor's degree, furthermore, to sort of, there are some colleges at the moment who offer a bachelor's degree. It depends what the students want. If they want to sort of add to their academics, furthermore, you've got your already a practical set of learning with a college like Loyalist, and now you want to get some sort of research-based learning as well in addition to that, you're absolutely free to take up that option as well. And yeah, that's something that I leave it to the student as to what they decide to take. Or if you want to go ahead and, happy to work further post completing your diploma, if you have potential work options ahead of you, you could do that as well. So the ball is in your court as to what you
Yeah.
intend.
So definitely, see, I always tell students that do a course which you are, fully confident and you have a passion to complete it, because otherwise you'll not get good grades, and if you'll get good grades, you'll get your career will also be better, you know.
I think you
So
need to have a motivation to what you're studying. If you don't have a passion or interest in doing a particular course, just because a course provides you, PGWP opportunity, I don't think you should delve in that direction. You have to delve into a direction where your passion leads you to it, because your grades would certainly, answer. If you're doing something that you like, you will do well in that course as well, and that would certainly create a ripple effect in you getting an opportunity of employment as well, because of the fact that you're motivated, so very well motivated to do that particular course and complete it. So yeah, that's an important point, Justin.
yeah. So in the end, Alistair, you want to give any tips to the students?
I mean, what I could say from our end at Loyalist is, we at Loyalist, we'd like to give a piece of ourselves to the student, our value to students. When they take these values and create a significant impact in their professional and personal lives, it certainly makes a big difference to us as well, as it certainly adds a feather to our cap as much as it does to theirs as well. So that's where I'd like to position Loyalist being an institution for students. We love to be their conduit to success, and what better way in starting from small and achieving big, right? So there you go. That's something that I wanted to share, really.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alistair, for the kind words, and thank you for your time. You took out time to give us important information about Loyalist College, Belleville, Ontario, Canada. So Belleville is the city, Ontario is the province, and Canada is the country. So you can visit our office, whichever is near to you, or you can apply online because there is no application fees, no processing fees, and there are 15 offices location. Whichever is near you, you can check on our website and visit, or you can call us at 90413 90412. So thank you, Alistair, for taking out time and giving us good information. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you,
very much.
Jasmeet. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for having us here. Take care.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.